Hi all and welcome back to Angels and Feather. So I'm going to be doing a general weekly reading for the week coming 23rd to 29th of May. I'm just going to be looking at overall energy, work, finance, love, romance, well-being. I'm going to do the tarot cards, and then I've got some oracle cards as well, and daily guidance, and also a deck from the Archangel Raphael. So I'm just going to do a broad reading for the week coming 23rd to 29th of May. Okay, so let's look at their energy. And then, so that's work and finance. Let's look at love and romance for this coming week. General energy for love and romance. Oh, those two. There we go. So that's love and romance. And then let's just look at overall well-being and energy. Okay, and last one is full. There we go. So I'm just going to move that up a bit so you can see. So like I said, this is a general reading for next week, starting 23rd to the 29th of May 2022. Okay, so I'm just going to look at this first and we'll add more cards. So like I said, we have the first row is about work and career, as well as your finances. And then the middle row is your love/romance energy for next week. And then the bottom row is all about general well-being. I'm just going to move it that way so you can see better. Okay, so for the first row, we have the 10 of Cups, the 9 of Pentacles. I have the 5 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. So when I first pulled this, because it's regarding work and career, I pulled this and I thought, oh, amazing, you know, lots of good things coming. Finally, like you're seeing progress in your finances, progress at work. And then these two came out. So to me, these are like two opposites, right? So the 5 of Swords is all about that sort of, for me, just greedy energy, hoarding energy, or just people in general that take from you. And obviously with the 7 of Swords as well, obviously it's theft, it's deceit, it's disappointment when it comes to this energy in general. So at the same time, I feel like although you're going to be financially stable next week, actually in a very good place next week when it comes to money, I think these are things, these two cards possibly represent debts, or if you're into gambling, or if you've got money that you owe, I feel like this is basically what's going to hit you. So although the money's going to come in, it's going to, as soon as it comes in, it kind of goes back out again. Likewise, you also have people who may have owed you, and you find out that they've come into some money, and then you're trying to get the money from them, and obviously they're trying to evade you and not give that money back to you. That's the sentiment that I'm getting here. But I also get that you shouldn't worry too much about this because you're going to be coming into some money anyway. You've got finances, you've got blessings when it comes to finances coming to you, you've got abundance coming to you anyway. So don't worry too much about these sneaky people or whatever is being taken out of your account or the situation. You will still get money coming in to you. So don't get dejected and don't, get demotivated when it comes to work or career. For some of you, obviously, I know tax season is probably past, so that was April for most of us. I feel like, I don't know, some charges that you hadn't noticed or payments that hadn't gone through will be going through this week. Deductions that you may have missed will be going through this week. So kind of like very sneaky little things. So whatever you do sign, whatever it is that you're purchasing, make sure you check the terms and conditions. I'm also kind of getting, these systems, I think it's Klarna, something like that, where you buy something first and then you pay later. I feel like this is the week where you've worked hard to accumulate that money and then you forgot about this payment that was coming, and that's probably that payment that's going to come through this week. So it's going to make you feel a bit dejected, but that was kind of your fault, right? Because obviously you didn't plan ahead when it came to these payments that are coming to you. So for this coming week, I would suggest that whatever money that you get, do save it and plan accordingly for these unexpected outgoings. So be aware of that. And just in general as well, just energetically, I would say be careful of like theft. I would say be careful of theft as well. Hold your money tight. And just be careful if you're traveling, if you're moving about, if you're moving, just be mindful of your money in general, okay? And people who are watching you, watchful eyes on your money and finances, okay? So for love and romance, you've got these beautiful cards actually that I think came out perfectly. So I'm just going to show you because unfortunately my camera setting does not allow me to do this. So you have the Three of Pentacles, you have the Six of Swords, you have the Two of Cups, and you have the Ten of Pentacles. And for me, the overall energy here, it's like I'm seeing a lot of you are working towards new relationships. And if you're single, for example, you're working on yourself so that you can move on from past relationships and find new relationships or meet people who are more in line of what it is that you've been wanting for yourself, because I can see that a lot of you have been wanting that stability. This is also financial stability. This is just that family energy as well. You can see here the mom playing with the kids in the park and this lady here who's pregnant. So some of you as well may have been looking to fall pregnant. So you've been working on that as well. Maybe taking some medication, just looking after yourself. And now you're at the phase where you're like, okay, I'm ready to be a mom now. I'm ready to get things going. And I can definitely say with this Two of Cups energy, it's like love is in the air. And then you kind of have Cupid here as well, like making the magic happen. And then obviously the pregnancy. So I feel like some of you will be getting news of obviously pregnancy. If you're testing, you'll be getting some good news. I do see that happening here as well. And I feel like a lot of you are looking towards building a solid foundation. So for you who is struggling with like baby daddy issues as well, I feel like you will be finding a middle ground. You'll be getting more financial support. You'll be getting more guidance and maybe help from your family, extended loved ones. But in general, I do get a feeling of you moving away from the past, moving away from the negative and going into more peaceful times, better times, welcoming time, because you've made you've made efforts to work on yourself. And I think that's very, very, very important. The Two of Cups also, for those of you who may be single, I feel like you're making more efforts to go out, to meet people, to mingle. Summer's coming here, the sun is shining, you have your plans, and you're like, listen, summer's coming, I need to be going out, I need to be meeting people. So whether it's in the park, or it's picnics, whatever it is that you're doing, you're making efforts to meet people. It feels like there's also a middleman that's like saying, hey, I've got a friend, I'd like to introduce you to this person, come, let's go for drinks, let's have a chat, the three of us, or I'll just set it up and you two can meet and have a drink. And then things actually hit it off, and you start sort of working towards something with that person. Doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be marriage the very next week or something. No, it's not. It's just saying that whatever this relationship is, it's something that you've wanted, it's something that you've been looking for, it's something that you've worked hard towards getting. And I feel like you've chipped away at the pieces that you felt were prohibiting you from moving on. And now you've decided, you know what, it's time to move on. It's time to move past my anxiety, my traumas, my disappointments. And it's time for me to meet somebody new. It's time for me to experience this love like never before. It's time for me to let go and to be loved and to enjoy that. It's time for me to be cherished. It's time for me to have that stability that I've been looking for. Okay, so I feel like this is what's coming for you next week. A lot of you are going to be literally moving on to newer and better things, meeting people, mingling about, and just having the time of your life, really and truly, when it comes to love. So good on you. So the bottom row is just general energy for next week. You have the Sun card. This is possibly my favorite card off the deck. So this is the Sun card. You have the Queen of Cups, you have the Eight of Pentacles, and you have the Dreamer. And I feel like this literally just sort of like summarizes what I mentioned earlier. I feel like next week is going to be such a brilliant week for you. It's going to be an eye-opener. It's going to be a week when you're moving on from difficult periods into good times, signing of contracts, like fire burning, passion. You're regaining your momentum. The flowers are growing, the colors are bright. You're reliving life again. If you've come from depression, I feel like you're feeling better in your own skin. You're getting the help that you need. You're resetting basically your systems, if you like. You're finding yourself again. And I find it interesting that here you have this hourglass. I forgot what this is called again, forgive me. But it's like the time has been reset. You can see, right? Everything has been flipped to start again. And you can see the light here. And ironically, it's the same with the Fool card or the Dreamer card. Everything has been reset again, so you can start again. And that's what the Fool is all about. New adventures, new beginnings, right? With a guide or someone walking with you into better chapters, right? A new start, trusting yourself, leap of faith. And I feel like that's definitely what you're doing. And like I said, I feel like a lot of you are supported by family, by friends, by loved ones. You've got someone on the horse here. You've got the dog going with you. You've just partnership again, the Eight of Pentacles. You are not alone. You are being guided towards managing your emotions, towards newer grounds, right? So I feel like you're striking the balance between, what you usually know, right? Your usual stability, and then treading on new grounds, So it's kind of like saying, okay, well, I'm used to doing this now. Let me start dipping my feet into new waters, right? I feel like this is the chance for you to start getting things into motion for sure, right? And like I said earlier, when you had that Two of Cups as well, I feel like there's definitely that energy of working with someone, not just at work, because this is also you working for your money, but also working towards your goals, working towards your achievement, working towards meeting new people who have the same view, ethics, beliefs as you, right? Talking to people, maybe at work, some of you are going to meet people from work and just blossom into romance with them. But I feel like emotionally, you're finding your stability. Emotionally, you're getting control of what it is that you've wanted to do. things are definitely bright for you. I tell you, whatever it is that you've been wanting to do, this week looks like an amazing week to get things started. And these are major arcana cards, the Sun and the Fool card, new beginnings. Health-wise, if you've been dealing with health issues, I feel like this is a good week for you to get things sorted, to get things seen. I would also recommend, because of the imagery and everything, go to the park, take a walk, get some fresh air, walk on the earth, ground yourself, surround yourself by flowers and beauty and fresh air and all that good stuff, right? Allow yourself to be pampered and to be treated properly. Enjoy that energy. Allow yourself to be introduced to people. If you're usually a recluse, if you're someone who's more like a hermit, work with people. Go out there. Put yourself out there. I'm one myself, to be honest, but it's encouraging you that this week is going to be a good week for you. It's a week where you need to get yourself out there, meet people, talk to people, put your energy out in the atmosphere, and you will see that good things come to you. This is a beautiful card. This is literally my favorite deck. Okay, so that will be my recommendation for you for the coming week. I'm going to pull a message from the Archangel Raphael deck to see what he has to say to you. What is his advice to you? I'm going to pull 2 cards. That's one. I'm going to pull one more card. Not that one. Okay. So it says, avoid allergens and ask your body for a message. Like I said, when I hit on health earlier on, I feel like a lot of you have been at home, maybe not wanting to go out, or you've been dealing with a lot of health issues. Some of you, I see the red here, critical health issues for some of you, and you've needed divine intervention. I feel like next week is going to be a much better week for you, honestly. I do, again, recommend that you go out and get some fresh air, get some sun, get some vitamin D, smell the flowers, go near the ocean, go near the beach, go to the beach, take a swim, dip your feet in the water, go to the beach, lie down, relax. If you normally do yoga, do some yoga, whatever it is that helps you to feel mentally and physically at peace, do it. Because I feel like you really need to take control of your health. Also, manage the things that you ingest and that you put into your body. So it says here, help me to only crave healthful foods and beverages. So, you know, the fizzy drinks, the pizzas, the burgers and all that stuff, maybe put a stop to it, or at least significantly decrease it because it's not helping your health. And obviously, you can ask your body for messages as well, you know. When you sit in meditation, you can ask your body, okay, where do I need to put my concentration? What do I need to heal? How can I heal? And sometimes when you speak to your body, you get responses as well. If you have a stomach ache, and, you know, I usually get that as well. And I ask my body what it is that I crave. Sometimes it's water. Sometimes I'll hear, okay, I need fruits, specific type of fruit. So ask your body, get into the habit of asking yourself what you need, because even your doctor wouldn't know, right, what's going on with you unless you told them, I'm feeling like this. So say that to yourself and get yourself in motion. Movement. I see the horses as well. Like I said earlier, movement. Please do walk, go for some fresh air, you know, get out there, get yourself out there, get some sun. And you will see, you might even see a rainbow, because I see a rainbow here. I hadn't paid attention to it. But just being in the sun is going to make you feel better. So I definitely recommend that you do that for next week. So let's see the Power of Surrender cards. What it is that you need to surrender for next week. I'm going to pull 2 cards for the message for you for next week of what you need to surrender. Oh, so there's that one. And then one more. Oh, these 2 came out, so I'll take these anyway. Okay, so again, kind of confirming what I said before, right? Surrender to play. Take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. That's exactly what I was saying earlier, right? So stepping out, going to the sun, going to nature, going out, enjoying your time in fresh air. You know, for those of you who are workaholics, I think this week, take the time to find some time, even if it's half an hour, to go outside, inhale that fresh air, go into nature, go under the sun. If you're somewhere in the city, just go to a park where you can just sit down for a second get that vitamin D on your skin, get that healing, and just have fun, because the cards are also suggesting that you need to stop being so serious and do something fun. Stop overthinking, for sure. You have surrender negative thinking. It says you have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus. Positive affirmations. Again, I mentioned that earlier, a lot of you are moving away from negative thinking, moving away from depression, moving away from things that hurt you, moving away from things that were not beneficial to you, right? So that's why they're asking you to go out. Go into nature, go out into the world, staying cooped up at home does not help you, right? So get out of your own head as well when you're negative thinking. When you're thinking negatively, it can't possibly be good for your mind, body, or soul, okay? And lastly, surrender to wonder and awe. Open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. Again, summarizing what I said earlier, when you're out in nature, I think I mentioned about, the rainbow, and some of you seeing a rainbow. And if you don't see a rainbow, it's just to signify that there's so many beautiful things out in nature and out in the environment that you need to see and you wouldn't pay attention to if you're inside all the time. So your spirit guides are encouraging you to go out into nature, to enjoy the time, to enjoy the energy, to vibrate in that frequency, right? And to just accept it, accept what it is. Let go of negative thinking. Surround yourself with things that make you astonished about how beautiful life is, okay? Enjoy life. Enjoy the pleasures of life. Enjoy the beauty of life, because you're going to realize this week that there's more to it than what you know, right? And now I'm also going to get the spirit messages for you. So let me just see what is the message from Spirit for you. So these are from Holland, Spirit Messages, Oracle deck. What is the message here? I've got 2 cards. Is that one? And, I beg your pardon, actually. That was the wrong deck. But I suppose I was meant to take this for a reason. Surrender stress. It says, take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. Again, I actually picked up the wrong deck, so I guess this message was definitely meant for you. I feel like a lot of you have been under stress. A lot of you have been under pressure. And the message here in general is literally to tell you to get off, that energy, because that energy is not doing you any good. And again, you can see she's in nature, she's surrounded by water and the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sunset. So again, I recommend you to go into yoga. If you normally do it, please do. Get some fresh air, relax. Do whatever it is that you can to get your mind off things. And you will find that helps you feel better. It helps you move better. It helps you to be in a better mental state of mind. So do release and surrender stress. So I'm actually going to take the spirit message deck now for you. What is the message for you? Take that one. And now we'll take one more. That one. Okay. So the first message says, be proud. It's time to celebrate all that you've achieved and all that you are and all that you will become. Every once in a while, it's important to stop and acknowledge what you've achieved and be proud. And then you've got a child's love. The love between a parent and child is one of the most precious and deep connections we make during our time on earth. Children started as part of us, and from their first cries, they established themselves as the biggest part of our hearts. I think I mentioned earlier as well when I was talking about some of you wanting stability, some of you wanting to find balance in your relationships, some of you becoming new mothers, some of you dealing with baby daddies and issues that you've been dealing with. But the focus is on children for next week and for moving on into better relationships. So I think this is just to encourage you, and it's saying, for those of you who've been struggling with children and family and stuff, it's saying be proud of your achievements. If you've been dealing with a lot, when it comes to your romantic relationship or your relationship with your children, it's saying here to be proud of your achievements so far. If you genuinely feel like you've made all the efforts that you could have made, if you've genuinely felt like you've done all the things that you were supposed to do as a parent, if you feel like everything that you've done, you've definitely done for them, with them in mind, for their own good, and generally done it for their own good, because I know there are parents who say they do, but actually their actions don't reflect what they think they've done for their children. I really think that you should be proud of yourself, okay? You should be proud of yourself for how far you've come. Be proud of yourself for the investment that you've put into your children, because your children are a reflection of you. Your children are a reflection of you, and what they do later on in life is a reflection of the upbringing that you've given them. Of course, they have their own free will too, but a lot of it is what you've invested into them. And again, I see the rainbow here and the butterflies and the music. So again, it's like the universe is saying, let it be, enjoy life and see the wonders of the world. Your children are wonderful. Also, looking at that inner child as well. A lot of you are doing a lot of work on yourselves to fix or to work on the issues that you may have had growing up. That inner child in you who never really was happy or satisfied or felt loved and cherished. Again, the same message. Be proud of your achievements. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of your efforts, because you are so unique. You are wonderfully made and you are beautiful inside and out. So cherish that. So lastly, I'm going to take the daily guidance deck, and we're going to see what the message is here for you. I'm just going to pull one card, please, for the final message. There we go. And what it says, ground yourself. When you detach from awareness of your body and the physical world, you become ungrounded. Although it's pleasant to float heavenward, your attention and work are needed up on the earth. We are helping you balance the spiritual and material so that you can enjoy a fulfilling earthly life. I said that earlier, right? I believe I did say earlier, you need to ground yourself. I mentioned that when the Queen of Cups came up earlier. I mentioned that with the Sun card earlier. I mentioned that when it came to this deck as well, and I said it's important for you next week to find some way, again, see, that earth energy, right? Being around nature, surround yourself with flowers, put your feet on the ground, plant your feet on the ground. That's how you ground yourself, right? Connect to the earth. Again, that message is coming once again because your spirit guides want you to hear it, all right? So it's very important for you to find some time next week to ground yourself, go into nature, put your feet down onto the earth and connect that way. Surround yourself by nature. Again, I don't know if you can see butterflies, flowers, earth, and that resonates with the message I told you earlier, these cards that fell through earlier. Butterflies, the rainbow, the earth, and again, that message came out earlier. Let me find the card. Right? When I told you about the dreamer and the sun, surrounding yourself by nature, look at all those beautiful flowers in these cards. It resonates. It definitely does resonate. And I told you, plant your feet on the ground. Ground yourself. I told you need to ground yourself. So please do take the time next week to ground yourself, to find that moment of healing for you, and to listen to your intuition, listen to yourself, and allow your spirit guides to speak to you. Allow the messages to come through, because you will connect. There is a message that's out there that's meant to be for you, and I feel like if you do this next week, do it as much as you can. There's no limits to how much grounding you can do. You don't even have to go outside. Just find a way, maybe in your garden, your personal garden, or the park, wherever it is that you can do it. Put your feet on the ground and pray. Just pray and ask for guidance. Ask for healing. Ask to be connected to the universe, okay, to find your balance. But you're definitely being watched and you're being guided. You are being guided to do the best, to be the best, and to focus on your health, to focus on your healing, because green is health, is healing. And when you see the different colors in these pictures as well, it's saying diversify. There is so many beautiful things to see in this world, and it would be a shame if you locked yourself out of it, if you hibernate, and if you don't take part in enjoying these things that you should be enjoying because you deserve it. Okay, so this has been your message for the week coming 23rd to 29th of May. I hope it resonated. Whatever message it feels that you resonated with, please take that on board and act on it. I will do another reading again next week, but feel free to leave any comments, messages, like and subscribe for more videos as well. I'll try to do these more often. And yes, I wish you an amazing week, and I wish you joy, happiness, and all that is possibly good for you. Take care, and I will speak to you soon.